All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Houston Gunners. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Yellow. There's a line. You ain't got nothing. Hey, Ripple. Check 52. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check the backer, check the backer. Check safety, check safety.
Shift, shift. 43. 43.
Slam, slam, slam.
Shift, shift. You gotta go, baby. First down.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
Motion, motion.
On second down, it's Taylor. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance of winning.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They give them 12 yards and a first down.
Yellow. Let's go, line. They gonna need some therapy after this.
On first down, Taylor. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
54. Hey, here we go.
15, 15.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Just 61. Matchbox, right.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Yellow, yellow.
Watch the run, watch the run. Show it up, show it up.
Yellow.
Check, 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 check. Kill, kill, kill.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
It's 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
43! 43! Makes it. Still deep. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Here we go.
Mike 50.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Yellow. Argolani. Mike 54. 57. Switch up.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Mike 7. Let's go.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Get your swerve on. Motion. 50, yellow.
Right there. 54, right there. 54 Mike.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Mike. 53, Mike.
On first down, Dyson got his man complete over the middle. It's Schmidt. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At the 15-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Barber. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And as these guys enter play in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your number one path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
On second down now, it's Barber, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Switch.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Raiders 14, Gunners 7.
Check back 21. So we got man. Let's go. Check back 21. Check back 21. Check pass.
Back to throw. Dyson. This will be dumped off to Barber. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
And the Raider first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Barber on first and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. To throw on second down. Dyson. That's complete to John Ross. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
First down, Raiders.
Here we go. Set. Pittsburgh.
On first and 10, Dyson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 23 yards the pickup there. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking to throw on second down. Dyson. There goes a deep. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
His guys take over first and 10.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
One play has them to the 37 here for first and 10.
49, check 15. New Mike 52, Mike 52. Check. Two, fellas, let's go.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
It's a party now. Hey, let's go.
Snap coming at one, and it's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Hey, 43, 15.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
On first down, it's Taylor. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7.
Second and 6 at the 45-yard line.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. He sets to fire deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter, because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Dyson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On second down, it's Taylor. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Hey, 57, 57.
Mike 50. Go. Put your game up. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup.
You ready?
Hero 15.
Hey, Delta. 50, Mike 50.
Easy.
Mike 50.
My time.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
They don't want to keep playing hard.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Here's Taylor. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Dyson. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
And the Raider first down.
Here we go. Check 24.
They'll run on first down. It's Barber. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Dyson. Rice. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Here's a second and 7. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And now off to the races down the right side. And it's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. On first down, Barber. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll make this a second and long.
Let's go. In your face.
Second and long. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Looking to throw. Dyson. Looks to throw. Fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL. He dreamed of it. But to put up these kind of numbers while doing so, that's got to be kind of cool for him. He'll enjoy the heck out of thinking about that when this one is over.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Second and 1 at the Raiders' 14-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
80 weapon. 80 weapon.
Now Taylor. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The give to Taylor. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Taylor. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go.
Motion. Hey, watch that, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. All day, dog.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
They turn to Taylor on 4th. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Back to throw. Dyson going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. Escaping the pressure right, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Well, he's going to go for it all, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Yellow.
54. Oh, here we go. Oh. Hatchet.
Hey, 57.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
15. Hey,
what's up? Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Yellow.
Come on, let's go. Mike's 5'4". I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Houston. Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Let's go, baby.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 26, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Back.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company.
Mike's 5'4". Coming in. 54.
Mahomes going to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Returnable here for Davis. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw. Dyson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Dyson. That'll be caught by Rice. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the home team here, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. But more importantly, they'll get a week to rest as they've earned a first-round bye in this year's playoffs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on